Next, we got the one of the games of the week: Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. Um, I'm really high on the Miami Dolphins right now. I got them fourth in my power rankings, so I went with the upset of the week here: Miami over Buffalo, 35-34. Uh, Not sure how they're going to get 34, but I just think they're going to win by 1 point in a blowout, or not in a blowout, in a shootout. Excuse me. Uh, I think that I went over this in one of my previous videos that I think that McDaniels kind of unlocked something in Tua in a way. When they start, it seemed like in that game when they were down a bunch, Tua was just doing kind of what he has been doing. It's just dinking, dunking, and he wasn't finding Tyreek very much. Then when it was backs against the wall, 28-10 in the fourth quarter, or was it 35-10? They were getting blown out.
I can't
And
remember, but they were up
yeah,
three
and
scores.
yeah, at least. And I remember seeing that play where he did that little like flip and he or roll out and he like roll around
Yes.
somebody and he rolled out to his left and then he hit Gasecki for that short little touchdown. I was like, okay, this that was nice. Let's see if he can gain on that, and he did. And once he started taking shots to Tyreek Hill, that's when the game just busted wide open because Jalen Waddle was already having a huge game, and uh, I think that they found something in Tua that they didn't know really was there. And I think McDaniels is a smart coach. I think he's going to call plays like that were very. He's going to call those plays he was calling when they were dominating. I think they're going to take more shots downfield. I think he's more confident in Tyreek. I said this before. I think that it doesn't matter if he can throw a deep ball as long as he knows he's going to be open at a certain point. Because at that point, it's called time. It's timing. Both those balls were underthrown to Tyreek. Both those bombs were. He had to stop and slow down and grab it, but he was so wide open that it didn't really matter. So he took it to the house. In regards to this game, uh, Buffalo has had two really convincing wins, and I think that this is going to be one of their toughest games of the year because they're at Miami. Miami is super hot, and I don't think Buffalo's going undefeated. And if they're going to lose to anybody, it's gonna be a hot team like this. So I went balls out and got pick the upset. What do you think?
I thought about it. Um, I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong. Obviously, Miami is hot, and that will have some factor. Um, I just think that Tua was feeling himself last weekend in that second half, and you haven't really seen that on a regular basis.
No, not at all.
I mean, he's been kind of streaky, hit and miss. They haven't really moved the ball that well the last couple years. And every now and then he would kind of get it going and then fall off. But
Coach though,
good coaching. I think Buffalo is legit, and
for sure.
I don't think that he's gonna have the type of day he had last weekend. I think their defense is a little bit better than Baltimore's, and Baltimore has a great
I think
defense.
they're probably a lot better, to be
Um,
honest. Yeah.
the playmakers are gonna do what they do. Waddle and Hill, they're gonna find ways to get open.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Tua's going to be able to hit him like that, like he was last weekend in the second half. I mean, think about what the first half looked like. I think
Getting slaughtered.
it's going to be closer to that than the second half. And
Okay.
Buffalo, I think, is just rolling. 28-17.
Okay.
I just trust Josh Allen more than I do Tua.
But you also you also got to think because this is where the only reason I was not gonna pick Miami was because Buffalo's defense is very underrated. Uh, they didn't have a Pro Bowler on that whole defense last year, but they were
Which
number
is
one.
crazy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
number one in the league. Um, Me picking the Dolphins is just more so believing that the coach is that much of a difference maker and he's gonna make the right calls. I might be completely wrong. They might blow him out of the water because Miami's defense isn't the greatest. So I might be wrong, but this is solely my belief in the coach and Tua gaining confidence.